Welcome to the Kind K Show. Here's where we speak up on it, man. We live in Freedom Friday today. We got the full crew here today, and we'll be back right after the short intermission.
In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it. In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it.
Oh, that you're fucking in Versace, she don't want it. She like it hot just like a coffee in the morning. And if you want it, then you gotta speak up on it. Said if you want it, then you better speak up on it. 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 Said if you want it, then you
Fellas, what's happening?
What's happening?
What's good with it?
My Friday thoughts for the day.
Hey, man. He say damn that what they used to call that shit Morse code shit. He write his shit fucking nope. You know what I'm saying? Shit. There ain't no click, nothing. Nigga. This is what it is. If you can't hear me, you can see me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm talking about? Hey man, look at man. We going live. We live today, man. We going live on Rumble and YouTube today. Man, we up to the end and we'll see if we can get some interaction with some people. We want to see if we can draw some folks up in here today, fellas.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not reach out to the good people?
Absolutely. Let's see here. Okay, cool. On the ones and twos. How y'all doing today, fellas? What's happening?
All good, brother. All good.
It's Friday.
Man, it's Friday, man. Ain't that something? Shit. End of the week. The week go by so fast, bro. You know.
Yeah, man.
I want to tap in on this little college portal a little bit. I was thinking offline, I was like, man, as a coach, that got to be a difficult situation to have to recruit your damn players every goddamn semester. You know what I'm saying? 105 people every semester you got to recruit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you build a rapport with these kids, especially the ones that you bring as what they call preferred walk-ons.
Right.
You think you establish some type of rapport with them, and you trying to line their ass up to where you can possibly get them a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Because you have so much admiration for them and they family, whatever, and then they up here and they exit stage left on your ass after you done gave them a damn got you start playing and shit. You start playing and shit. You start balling. And your ass because you don't have the patience enough to just wait out the process.
Right.
Your ass up and jump in the portal. Probably don't talk to nobody. Just do it. I mean, that's worse than a woman breaking up with you, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. That's worse than a woman breaking up. You know what I'm saying? I used to now know how they feel when they say, "Baby, it ain't you, it's me." You know what I'm saying? It's me. You know what I mean? At least I give them a fucking fair warning before I just exit stage. I don't just leave or change my phone number and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't call me no more. Change my address and shit. What y'all think about that?
Hey, it's facts. That's facts, man. It's gotta be real tough on these coaches and just just the same as the college hoop coaches had to deal with that, getting used to the one and dones. You know. You only gonna have them for a minute, so you basically planning your team, year by year,
Right.
year by year.
Yeah, I was just looking. Penny Hardaway, Memphis just lost their best player is entering the transfer portal, and Auburn is losing one of their guys now. I think he wore out his welcome as far as his eligibility at Auburn. He can go play somewhere else. But what killed both of those two teams is the fact that all their starters are gone. So they done lost the best player and lost four other players that were starters on the team. So they got to kind of rebuild all over again.
Got to start all over.
Man,
And the dude from Memphis was averaging 21 points a game. So why he transferred, I don't understand. But
man, the days of building a dynasty is over with, man.
Right.
If
Right.
you going what semester to semester, if they don't put some type of cap on how many times you can transfer into
Yeah.
that portal, man, this is gonna be a complete mess. It's gonna be hard to build, any type of chemistry. It's gonna be hard to build anything, man. To be honest with you.
Well, Tony, it was just like I was saying yesterday, the other day, and I always equate back to the Miami Florida State game. That game back in the day, those kids all went to school together. They all played against each other in high school. Then they go to college. One go to Florida State. One go to Miami. The losers will go to Florida. But when they play each other, they all knew each other. Now,
Right.
when I watched the game last year, it was like there was no. It didn't feel the same. It was no rah-rah on the field. It was none of that. So, I mean, the quarterback came from 20 different colleges, and the running back from Miami was from somewhere else, and nobody know the history. Nobody knows the history of Miami, Florida State. So
It's gonna hurt the bottom line too, man, because the fans gonna be getting attached to these players. Next thing you know, the players gone. You know what I mean? Ticket sales gonna be fluctuating. If they don't put no type of structure in this here, man, it's gonna be a train wreck, in my opinion.
yeah, well, guys, gonna have me singing the OJ's. I really miss you, Brandy. Missing them dudes out there on the field.
Hey, well, it's like I said, it's different when a player goes.
You buffering, Kyle.
We don't know if he
When
live
a
or
player
remember
leave you to go to the league and stand. When he leaves, say like,
Yeah, we have
oh yeah, we all live, but we
Yeah,
live.
we
This
have-
shit is.
technical
Hold
difficulty.
on.
Are we live, Memorex, or are we AI?
On our first goddamn show, we have a technical bitch. Ain't this a bitch? Hold on.
Hey, the moon
All right,
landing
hold
had
on, bro.
difficulties also.
Hey.
Hey, they found us. They found us.
Hey, look.
They found us.
God damn.
We'd be really fucked up if that Indian
Shit.
face came up in the screen right now. That's when we know we fucked up. Remember that Indian head?
Check this out, man. We'll be right back. Hold on. We'll be right back.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, that's right. Shit.
This
Now, we
is
got
damn-
now
damn
Tim, you had some stuff that you wanted to talk about too, right? Let's see.
I did. So, over the weekend after USC won their first round game, little Juju walked down the stairs, got to about the second, third row, and saw Jaden Daniels, quarterback of the Washington Redskins. Went down 2 seats and sat next to him.
Commanders, man. Washington Commanders.
What did I say? The Redskins?
Yes.
We know hey, that nigga telling his age, ain't he?
Sat next to the Washington Redskins. They ain't gonna be the Redskins until they win a goddamn Super Bowl. But she was cheesing and she was happy as can be. But Mama Jaden wasn't going for her. She saw that shit on the Jumbotron and sat right between them. Was she cock blocking or what? What is she doing, fellas? What is she doing? She was pointing at the camera and everything. Like,
She didn't want no media going out. No speculation.
It was too late. That shit was plastered all over social media before she even got between them.
Yeah, it was too late. The if there was damage, it was already done, but it wasn't really no damage.
Now with them, is it an issue to say that I think he's like 25, 26, and she's only like 19?
Nah, she older than that, ain't she, bro? She like
No, she's only a
she's in
sophomore.
her sophomore year.
Oh, okay. I thought
Hey.
she was 22 or 23.
She's of age. They grown. They can talk.
Yeah,
But
but
I just-
I'm glad I put our
to
little
me,
touch
it
on there.
seemed
That,
like
that shit worked cool.
From-
Because I'd be able to edit some shit while we're doing it.
from the interaction they was having, it seemed like they already knew each other.
right, because some people were actually allegedly saying that they were cousins.
Okay.
But I think it was like that play cousin type shit. So
Yeah,
they
they
ain't
looked like
blood.
they knew each other from somewhere though, because I mean
Right.
it was a real relaxed.
Look at
Like,
people out there watching this window. Have y'all ever seen that girl smile? And that nigga right there, he looked like what's his name from what was that? What was the movie?
He looked like old dog.
Old Dog, yeah.
Look like Lorenz Tate looking right there. But
That
no,
shit
man,
might have been
it
innocent,
looked
man.
like they
I
knew
got
each other already and was just having the conversation,
Yeah, I hear
having some
Yeah.
laughs, whatever.
Mom wasn't going for that bullshit though.
Mom said she protected the investment, man. She ain't
Okay.
for the funnies and shit.
Hey. The other thing of the weekend came up, and this finally came out in the open. I heard about this a couple of weeks ago. Now you got to follow me on this. Donald Trump Jr. ex-wife of
that's
6
the
years.
son. That's the sons.
That's the son of 47.
Ex-daughter-in-law.
Is officially dating Tiger Woods.
Tiger
Now-
ain't figured it out yet, has he, man?
Now she has a daughter. She has a daughter that goes to the same high school
All right, we about to
that
go back on.
Tiger's son goes to, and she.
All right, fellas, we back, man. We had a little technical difficulties, people. We back live, man. Got the break. I don't know what the hell's going on with the internet services around here today, man. I don't know if it's mine, yours, what? Shit. What y'all think?
It's the
I
aliens.
think it's Friday.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, that's right. Shit.
When that Indian sign come up, man, we get that. That's what we done.
The word allegedly. Allegedly. Shit. You know that. So yeah, we was talking about the transfer portal, man. Yeah, I was just thinking, I said, man, having to recruit your players over and over again, bro. How can you be successful and do some shit like this unless you got the bag and you paying all these players, very well? Because as we see now, players are getting poached from other teams, right? Some kind of way. People are offering bags to your players. You know what I'm saying? And supposedly without you knowing it, right? And
Allegedly.
guys come and over here they offer me 500,000.
Right.
Well, son, you better take it. That's what I would say. Shit.
You better take it.
You better take it.
You better take it, dog. Yeah, you better take it. Shit, because
Give
I
it
ain't
to
got 500,000 for you.
Right.
And I'm saying in the back of my mind, you really ain't worth 500,000. Yes, son, you ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
shit. And especially if you're a freshman coming in out of high school. Now I understand, man. You got to get what you can get. You like
Right.
everybody else can pay. Why should not? But be careful, because business always is the relationship in business. When you develop relationships with people, right?
Yeah.
That's how you become a successful person, because you don't never want what they say, burn the bridge.
On your
right?
bridge.
No bridges.
You don't want to burn your bridges, man, especially when you got good people in prominent places that could potentially do stuff for you, not just on the field, but off the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You never know. You know what you got where you at. But when you go to somewhere entirely different and new, you could be stepping in dog shit. That's all. I'm saying.
That's
all.
facts. That's
Exactly.
facts, bro.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Facts.
yeah, but like I said, college basketball is different. You know what I'm saying? 1 year you out, you can go to the pros, whatever. But this football thing, this is all new. You know what I mean? And now the fact that you can play right away, I think you should go back. Now I feel like you should go back to suspending the cat for a semester or a year or something if you change schools. Especially, I like the SEC. You can't do it if you can't do it in conference. If you go to the SEC team in conference, you got to sit out for a year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't see them. You don't see all the hopping around from Ole Miss to LSU to Alabama to, you know what I mean?
Right.
In that conference, because that rule is in place. And it was, so it's sort of like grandfathered in. But everywhere else, shit, you damn mercenary. Do it strictly pay for play. Shit.
Right.
Maybe that's what they need to do then. Maybe you can't transfer, within your conference or something, man. I always view this thing, man, in a positive light from the point of when those players just at the small colleges and they want to, upgrade and go to the bigger colleges or whatever, So I was in favor of it. But now, man, you see some of these cats at the top-notch schools, one disagreement with the coach, they out the door. You know what I mean?
Man.
It's like it's no structure there at all, man. It's like, man, something's gonna happen, man, here soon. Because as of right now, it's like the Wild West, man. Everything goes, It's not gonna last for so much longer.
It's it's hard enough to become a starter in college football. It's hard enough. So what I'm seeing, I'm seeing these starters on teams, the leading rusher, the leading passer, the leading receiver, and they transferring. Dude, you at the pinnacle. You as high up as you're going to be at this school. You putting stats on the books and you doing well, and you obviously now you're getting paid. What makes you want to leave that situation?
Man.
I mean, yeah, unless you, and no one ever talks about leaving for winning a national championship. And so, yeah, let me ask you this question. College football home games, sometimes the home team can have what, 100 plus kids on the sideline?
Yeah.
Up to. So yeah, it is hard. So the starters are probably considered the elite of the elite. So yeah, if you 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns at wide receiver, why in the hell are you leaving?
They throwing you the ball, obviously. They throwing it to you a lot.
And we all know that colleges will recruit the next best player coming out of high school, right?
That's right.
If you feel threatened, bust your ass to not let that kid steal your job. Don't get complacent and be like, oh, he can't take my shit. Or well, fuck it. If they bring us somebody else, then I'm leaving. That's the bullshit out way. Fucking compete. You guys competed in the day. We all competed for our position.
I feel
it wasn't ever guaranteed week after week. You still had to bust your ass and compete to keep that job. So these kids don't want to compete. They don't want to compete at all. Think about this. That 2001 Miami team, how many running backs did they have on that team that made it to the NFL?
4.
And all of them could have left at any given chance. I mean, and probably in today's line, they probably would have all left. But they could have transferred and sat out the year. But they stayed and competed against each other. They said Miami's practices were harder than the games were.
Yeah, man, it's funny. I'm on a text thread, with my ex dogs, my ex Huskies, and somebody threw it out there because it's about 10 of us on there, man. And somebody threw it out there. It was like, if we had the portal back in our day, this conversation would not be happening because it wouldn't. Because it wouldn't. We'd all left. Everybody was like, "Yep, I'd have been out." Yeah, I mean, the portal was happening. It's these lifelong friendships that these kids are going to be missing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And like you talked about, Cod, that networking and the burning the bridges and the communication with people who are going to help you out later in life.
Facts. A lot of the stuff that we run into is D-Mac, Zach, I'm talking about being in, college football, man. A lot of that stuff translates over into real life, man. So as of right now, when something goes wrong with the kid, they get into an argument with the coach. They go ahead and get in this portal. So a lot of that shit will translate into after their playing seasons, after their seasons is over with. After their careers are over with. You're in the real world now, right? You run into an adverse situation, and now you're ready to start running. You know what I mean? It's just not a good look, man. Moving forward, man. You gotta learn how to roll with the punches, man, and keep the competitive spirit alive in college.
What I mean, what do we teach? Michael,
I'm gonna say this.
wait, babies, dog. That's what they are. Everybody wanting ready now. Shit.
Yeah, I'm going to say this to the parents that are listening that might have kids that are still in high school or youth league football. Listen to this closely. Don't get mad when the coach is always on your son's ass or your daughter's ass. Take that shit as a compliment because a lot of times the coaches get in your kid's ass because they like you and they see the potential. It's when they stop talking to you is when you got to worry.
Right.
When the coaches stop talking to you, that's when you gotta work.
Mm-hmm.
So You know, you can't sit up in the bleachers, see the coach jawing at your kid,
Man,
and
we
you
have
get butt hurt and be wanting to leave.
Yeah, like I said, man, all this shit transitions into the real world once your playing days are over with, man. If you so used to and comfortable with when you run into adverse situations, well, I just run over here, I just run over there, man. It doesn't give you a base, man. You have no foundation. You know what I mean? It makes you weak.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't know
Well,
how to handle adversity.
some of this generation as a whole in society, they like that any damn way. So where they got that shit from, who knows?
If you go struggle in the real world, man, that's for damn sure.
uh, uh man, we try to go live, man. Our first damn show, we having all kind of internet problems. What the hell going on with this shit, man? Hey, look, I know I paid my bill. Shit, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? What's happening? For real, for real. You know? It's crazy. Anyways, but yeah, I think we lost D Mac for a second. Let's see where he goes.
I'm sure he'll be back on.
Yeah, he'll be back on. But yeah, but I'm just saying though, dog. I don't. We had concern. We was thinking about the time limit that this portal's open. I think it's 4 weeks, bro. It's a long ass time.
It's a long
So,
time.
so Kai, can you enter the portal every year if you want to? Like, there's no
Multiple
cutoff and shit on this?
three times a year.
3 times, man. Come on, man. That's just too much right there, bro.
Hey, after the summer, after you practice after the summer,
Right.
you you got a chance to enter the portal again. I
Oh,
believe.
man, that's too much going on, man.
Like these
They
kids
gonna
right
put a
now,
cap on that shit soon.
most of them, most of them, most of them, enter the portal, jump in the portal like either right before the spring game or right after the game. Now, if you're gonna jump out, get
Shit.
some damn film first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Play the spring game, ball out, and then get out and get your film. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're playing in one of these programs that's televised on TV, that's your chance to showcase yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
To leave prior to is just beyond stupid to me. You know what I'm saying?
And
Because
shit, leaving afterwards too, bro. I mean, because just imagine if you don't, if the coach done got his starting lineup ready to go, y'all done build some camaraderie and shit. You get into one little issue with a coach or a assistant or something after the spring game, and then you just take off and leave, man. Like, goddamn, it's like almost like you putting the coaches behind the 8 ball, man.
And you know, some of those kids can't adapt to that environment either, though. You know, that's another thing. Going from Cali to Louisiana, some of them kids can't handle that type of that atmosphere. That you know, that's a different look. I knew back in the day a lot of people who left who when they graduated high school went to Grambling and came back like 3 weeks later because they couldn't handle that South. So you know, and the Southern kids and Midwest kids, they treat West Coast kids a little differently. You know, they think that West Coast kids are pampered and got it too easy and don't have no fight in them, and which some of it is true, but
A lot of it ain't.
right. But yeah, so but they get challenged. You know, they get challenged, and so some of them kids don't want that fight. So, but it makes you try to realize how is it that USC and UCLA cannot keep kids at their schools, even in a transfer. Some of them kids don't even transfer back. You know, they wind up trying to go somewhere else at the end of the day.
Man, that's crazy, man. Because like I said, I felt for the kids, man, that had to start off at the much smaller universities, man. You know, so I said, okay, we got this portal shit set up. So now they got, you know, if they good enough, they got enough on tape. Maybe those larger schools show some interest in them, so now they can go ahead and get in the portal and step their game up. But then, like I say, man, when you got the ones that are at the top schools, and then they're still leaving, like, man, I don't know where does this shit stop at, man? You know, what's the end game for it if we able to do this?
it's strictly pay for play, man. It ain't without any structure. So it's like you got a band of mercenaries. That's what it is. That's just a band of mercenaries moving from team to team. Like shit, 1 year I'm gonna play in the SEC. Next year I'm gonna play in the Big Ten. Next year I'm gonna play in the Big 12. You know what I'm saying? This shit is just it's ridiculous, dog. Like you can't even hardly don't go buy a kid's jersey. Shit,
Nope.
you know what I mean? Because he liable to be on another team the following year. You know what I'm talking about? So it's
Mhm.
like, you know, the aesthetics is it's all messed up, bro. I was like, they got to do something about this shit because NCAA. I mean, I get it. You know, they've been making tons of money off these kids, but you know, if you're gonna continue to be the head of this lead this league, you're gonna have to put in some kind of stipulations in this shit because this is and now you got agents and you know how agents are. Shit, they get in talking to a kid, tell them, "Oh man, I think I can. I'm sure I can get you this over here with this school over
Right.
here." You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
And how you making it? You gonna have to put some type of cap on this shit too because you can't. Some schools got more money than other schools. You
Right.
know, look at the amount of money Ohio State spent last year for that championship.
Right.
Mhm.
A whole
You know,
lot of billions.
Man.
Oh, just vision this.
yeah, you gotta make it
Uh,
fair play. You know, for
Man,
everybody. You know,
Manning is getting $6 million, right? If they
Yeah.
don't cap this shit off, what's going to happen to the next big name quarterback in 4 years?
Right.
Man.
$10 million.
Man, there's a lot going on, man. You know what's crazy, man, is I really like the idea that the kids are controlling the narrative, man. But it's almost like, okay, when the NCAA allowed this shit to go on, they should have had some type of guidelines and some type of structure in place. See, in my head, I'm thinking like they was like, okay, we gonna go ahead and give them what they want, but we're not gonna have no structure to this shit. We know that in a couple of years it's gonna be so far out of control. We step right back in there, and then we control the narrative forever, however long after that.
Yeah, they were willing. They willing for a couple of years to let the
Yeah,
inmates run the asylum.
yeah,
Y'all
and
go
then
ahead. Y'all
yeah,
go ahead and watch it blow up.
exactly, bro. That's why they didn't put no rules and regulations in there. And then in their heads, they like, okay, you think we was making money before? After this shit explode, we go step back in here. We go iron everything out, so it's basically in our favor. We about to really make some money. We gonna let the inmates run the asylum for a little while. Once the masses see that it's out of control, we go step right on back in there and save the day.
yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right, bro.
Mm-mm.
yeah. Well, it's gonna be it's gonna be real interesting how this shit really play out. You know what I mean? So, cause I don't know, bro. Like I said, the fact that you got to recruit your players every 4 weeks in camp, shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is some foolishness, dog.
Hey,
You know?
you got to call him up after the game. Hey, you all right?
Right.
I
You
mean,
good?
but yeah. Really. But here's the thing, though. The kid will sit up there and look you right in your face. He come to all the shit. The other day, the fool went to practice the day before and left and jumped in the portal the very next day.
You
Why
jump
you
in
even
the
go to
same.
practice? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Man.
What you go to practice for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, this is just it's just weird. But and it looked like to me, I'd be like, to me, it looks like that's a character flaw. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do a person like that. But you know, football is a thing of, dude. It's like I hate to compare it to war, but it's a
It's a
camaraderie
loyalty.
thing. That's how we view it, dog. We on the battlefield together. I can't just leave my brothers hanging like that, regardless of whatever situation, man. Especially when I'm really been invested. If I've been here for this, I've been here for some years.
Mm-hmm.
1 years I'm invested. I got all my partners around me. I could call them. You know what I'm saying? If I need something, they got my back. Whatever. And it's strictly just a uh, uh, X left or hit pull a ripcord and jump on the plane, dog. That just I couldn't to my partners. You know what I mean?
But
You
you
know,
said
a
you
lot of these
said
dudes just like
you said something there
I said,
about
some of these guys just really need to look in the mirror.
yeah. You said something about that though. You said something.
Say it
Uh,
again.
the key is what you said about you can't do that to your brothers, right? If I'm only there for 3 months or 4 months or 6 months or even a year, we ain't brothers yet. I don't care about y'all like that. I'm caring about me and me only. So
Me,
Damn.
myself, and I.
when you seeing these kids hop from school to school to school, they not building those relationships. They out there playing and doing their own thing, and then okay, this ain't cool, or hey, I want to go over here, I want to go over there. You build those brotherhoods over time, and that's what they're not giving it time.
I think these parents got to start getting more involved too, man, because these kids are making grown-up decisions. You know what I
That's
mean?
the parents are half the problem, though.
Right.
Some of the parents are half the problem. So it's too many of them that are raising their kids off of what they would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And now we gonna, but when it comes out and making money, oh, you gonna go get that $4 million because I'm tired of working.
Right.
So some of these parents don't know the game, and they're killing these kids' head just as well. This ain't all on the kids. We all know that an 18-year-old can't make smart decisions.
Exactly.
That's been through time. But now you give the parents get involved, and they absolutely know nothing. They absolutely know nothing. And so this is where, you know, when you got mama when you got mama thinking that your 7th grade son is going to the pros in basketball because he made a 20-foot jump shot and everybody say, oh, he good, but he only 5'2". You see what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna be but 5'5". But the parent is just, oh, you going to the pros, baby. You going to the pros. No, you're not. No, you're not. So the parents got a lot to do with this as well.
Mm.
But by that
well,
same token, you got to stay on your kids because you don't want the man telling you what to do, get in your kid's ear, and then they start picking out of that pot a little bit. They start pulling out the pot.
Hey, fellas, we gonna pull a transporter move right now because this goddamn internet is tripping. So we about to jump off this network real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Wait, hey, real quick. Hey, D-Mac, remember when the coach got in trouble for giving the kid a quarter to make a phone call?
Man, right.
long those days is long gone.
Yeah, those days long gone, right?
Long gone, bro.
God, dog. Give a brother a quarter and you got your ass in trouble.
In trouble for giving him a quarter.
All right, man. Well, anyways, I don't know. We're gonna double that. We're gonna have to double back on this one, man. I don't understand this bullshit right here. Let's see.
No worries. It's probably just because we so early. It's a lot of people on.
Yeah, that's yeah. But anyway,
all good.
We're gonna call this one a day. Shit, we out of here, fellas.
Calling a wrap. Y'all be good this weekend. We'll see y'all back on Monday with some better broadbands.
Yeah, shit. You know what I mean? Hey, Spectrum, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Get your head together. Get your damn head together.
Free your mind and your ass will follow.
Hey man, this is the Kai and K show. Speak up on it. Rumble, YouTube, Facebook.
Mingles.
Yeah, Mingles. Go to Mingles. I got the teeth cracking right here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we out.